All right, we up though, so you can keep going or introduce
So,
yourself or whatever. Whatever.
what's up, man? It's all that jazz. So, just talking about being able to
Can you shut my door, please, Fams?
be authentic, man. Be authentic, man. Be authentic. You know what I mean?
Right.
And authentic means that you bring your dark and your light to the table and say, "This is who I am." Because it's like shit. You just want to bring your light like here and like leave all your dark shit somewhere else though. It was like, know what? I'm inconsistent. You know what I mean? Like I'm here's my
Mm-hmm.
vulnerability at this point though, bringing to the surface and saying that this is the shit that I need to work on so that I can be in a better place though, so that you know what I mean, so you can make steps. But like you said, it's a daily process. One thing that you constantly harp on that I hear a lot is the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And like a journey isn't something that you're gonna um look at and say, hey, where's the end? The journey is like a step by step process though. You know what I mean? And it's like being able to be okay with that though.
It's
Be okay with
perpetual,
that.
man. It's the goal to be inspired and grateful at the same time. Because generally, when I talk to people, it's always a goal that they're trying to reach some finite ending point for which I'm trying to explain to them that that doesn't really exist. The only thing that exists is this moment. So developing activities and pursuits that rely on you doing something now is the key. At this particular stage of life, we are way past the point of getting ready and waiting, right? So
Right.
it's beyond that point. So 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 15-year-olds even making millions of dollars from their phones. And so if we're not at that level where we're making money every day all the time, then we have to learn new systems. We have to discuss new different forms of politics and different forms of community for you to survive, because there is no excuse and there is no actual helping mechanism in place. The only helping mechanism that's in place is psychology, for which I'm grateful to have these kind of conversations and build with certain people, because if you psychologically sound, and I'm gonna finish with this, you able to magnetize and repel energies that you want and energies that you don't want with mere thought and programming your subconscious mind at night. And these things are all internal and these things are all powerful. The problem with what I'm saying is that nobody fucking believes me. But go ahead.
All right. So once you go ahead and plug that book though, the Matrix book, so man. So that's a good plug for the Matrix book.
Yeah, manipulating the matrix
Manipulate
is
that.
a it should be a bestseller, but I think people look at the price tag 22.22 and they feel some resolve. But that
Not
20
today.
but that 22.22, that you spending for the book, you could actually manipulate yourself to make 22 million fucking dollars. So where you took a $22 and 22-cent investment, now you begin to program your reality. And it's not something that I can do for you the same way that I can't take a shower for you, but I can fucking install a shower so you can take a shower as much as you want. But you have to read the book. You have to open up the book and read 17 pages of information so you then know how to apply the book. And the other part of the book is that my email is attached to the book. So whenever you have questions, you can ask me, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. And the key about the book is that you're programming your subconscious mind as you go to sleep. And this is the power. This is the shit that nobody's talking about. You got a journal, you got a diary, so forth and so on. But manipulating the matrix is actually teaching you how to harness the power of the moon. And I'm not only a client, I'm the I'm the
Right,
president
right.
of this group, because I've actually
Yeah.
created the book, man, and not by myself. With Hancho and Shireen, we created
Right.
this book, right? And now
Right.
they're married For
I
one,
know.
they wasn't together before we started the book. They together, happily ever after type of shit, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
me personally, my business, my career, what I wanted is manifesting. And it's simply because I'm working through the book and I'm programming my subconscious mind, bro. And that's not even a promotion because I don't give a shit if you don't buy the book or not. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It don't
Right.
matter to me. The only thing that matters is what I'm saying is the truth. And if you want my honest opinion, I'm telling you for $22.22, you can tap into anything you want to tap into because it's your subconscious mind. And a lot of times, I guess we'll talk about this throughout our conversation, is people perpetually want something external to validate or to bring value to their lives. And the goal of what I'm trying to do with all of my literature is to teach you that you are the value and you need to learn yourself cosmologically. You also need to learn yourself from a melanated point of view. Everybody want to talk about this melanin this and melanin that. Well, Manipulating the Matrix is an actual book to teach you how to work with your melanin instead of it being a skin tone. Is actually an actual chemical that allows you to create your reality. So we tapped in the deepest way. So it's not another book in the world like my book unless people don't copy. That's how people do. But for as we speak right now, this is the most important book on the planet right now, and that's just
Yeah.
that's just what it is.
Yeah, facts for that. Because here's the thing that's going on though. Because with this lunar eclipse and this new moon, and I was looking at this actually it wasn't even, I mean, it's that also, but it's the retrograde more importantly because that's like the 18th of June to like July 12th. And within this time frame, this is a time to get that subconscious. This is all subconscious work from like the logical brain will not be like operating as much. So the subconscious comes in
Mhm.
within the time
You
frame
got a
and
good
allows us
memory,
to
Jazz. You be remembering shit, bro. That's why me and you, like, you be remembering shit. You be reminding me that I know I said it, but damn, you remembered the hell out of that. But go ahead, sorry to interrupt.
no,
Cause
that's
that's
cool, man.
spot
Shit.
on, man. Most people that shit go in one ear and out the other, but you really got that. But go ahead.
Yeah, this is the shit I gotta, like I said, incorporate, as I do look at humanity and see what aspect can I contribute, but at the same time knowing that I'm beyond that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's why I love this logo. Did you get a chance to check it out though?
It's on the screen right now. Everybody taking a look at it right now.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So it represents the I think we was talking to Green Goddess yesterday about on her live
Hmm.
about um the blue chakra and everything. And she started
Hmm.
talking about the blue man from Watchmen and
Hmm.
how we ascend to that though. So I just thought it was kind of ironic and cool that these steps can lead to basically us being outside of ourselves though. You know what I mean? Because we've been talking about our higher self and our avatar and how to, I mean, like deal with your problems down here in this reality on this earth so that you can reach your higher self though. You know what I mean? Because you can't take a lot of bullshit to your to those areas though. You know what I mean? Like you
You
can't
can't
take
take none of it.
right. So and that's part of the avatar that I haven't gotten to as far as looking at avatar and seeing like what attachments that he had to let go of because
He
I know
couldn't
that
fucking walk. Like he had no legs. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? When you like, man, that's imagine not having something that you using right now. Like your right hand. If I took your right hand away, you gonna be so fucked up. So we have so much that we use that we are not grateful for. So part of it is learning how to be inspired and grateful at the same time every day, perpetually, never getting off this horse, riding this horse and for till forever, past death. You understand? Because that's the overall gist of life beyond if you trying to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to answer the question of what are you doing here, all answers will be revealed if you are able to have that level of inspiration and gratitude. You know what I'm saying? At a daily, no matter where you at, how much money you got, this is for everybody. Being inspired and being grateful perpetually, no matter what your circumstances is the end all be all. But sometimes people like to middle and muddle this shit up. But go ahead.
Yeah. So those are the two basics to incorporate though, huh? Just being inspired and
Listen, whatever if you got a goal, Jazz, to have something, and once you get that, if you're not inspired or grateful for what you just manifest, all that shit that you did was for nothing. So the whatever your goal is, be that now. You know what I'm saying? Express that
right.
energy now, because you're either gonna say, I don't like the way this feels, or I like the way this feels. I'm gonna continue this and build it. Like I never was who I'm not even who I want to be, but I'm acting like I am, and that's what people pick up. Whether you listen to me 3 years ago to now, I'm still on that trajectory of being the person that I want to be. And when I'm 60, I'll still be kicking it, because everything that I do now, I was just telling my wife this. I don't need I don't need a fucking $50 from a reading. Like, it's like, cause she was telling me how, like, oh, we have money, so I was telling this person like, no, I didn't need the money, this, that, and the third. I'm like, shit, I still wake up every fucking morning and do readings for $40, because when we was broke, I was waking up in the morning doing readings for $40. So when I set my prices and I set the things that I was doing in my mind, I knew once I get financially solvent, I'm gonna still be doing this shit because I really like doing this shit. And here I am. However, that message can still be uh spoken, because sometimes when you get it, it go to your head and you no longer inspired. And when you ain't inspired, then you have no spirit. And spirit comes from within. And it's something that you predicate and predict and command soon as you fucking wake up, right? Soon as you wake up, my day is fucking already set in stone, that is fucking awesome, filled with love and prosperity. And I do not, like, it's like I chokehold that shit, bro. Like, and I do not let it go. And when somebody's vibes is off, and my wife's vibes is off, what's going on? What's
Did you
wrong?
say chokehold? Did you say chokehold?
I
So
put
you
a
said chokehold?
chokehold. I put a chokehold on what I want my day to be on, and I never let it go. I
So
control
you
the
chokehold the
vibrations for
whole
my day.
damn. Chokehold the whole day.
The whole day. I never let anybody control my vibration. Very important.
Those some steps though, right? You had those some steps that you learned. You learned that though, right? You learned that because
Uh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
as far as the implementing different tactics, and then that's probably a separate book right there though, as far as protecting yourself and your energy. Like I've been doing, I didn't do it this morning, but I have this Q Jones
Mm-hmm,
thing I've been doing. Like at first it's like purging and tonifying my energy,
mm-hmm,
right? Like because breath work and breathing is
mm-hmm,
something that I'm getting with Prime with, but I've just been doing it on my own. I got some books to read and everything, but just incorporating that into my life though, so that I can so that's an area of protection. That's the area of actual like life for me though. You know what I mean? Like being able to breathe like that though. Like in
mm-hmm,
deep measures though.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
it's steps, man. It's not it's it's as easy as you want to make it, and it's as hard as you want to make it. My stepmom, she transitioned in 2012. I just had got out of prison, and your mom's gonna call you,
right,
like,
right,
of
right.
course, like, what you doing, how you feeling, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, Felicia, Lisa, it's hard. I'm trying to find a job. And she like, it's gonna be as hard as you make it. You sound like you making it real hard. And man, it clicked like a motherfucker when she told me that, and I never forgot that, and from that point, when it comes to me, this shit is easy because I already said it was easy. Now, when I'm talking to you, and I'm not picking on you, but we was discussing the situation, and in your delivery, you was making it real hard, right?
Right, right.
You was making it hard, so I'm like, you making it hard, so I don't. It's hard for me to give you any advice because it's like, how do I get out of this maze? And I'm like, well, you can stand up and walk over it, and that's kind of where I'm at with this shit, because it's like, well, how do I get rid of attachments? Um, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you say protection, but then you say I want to get rid of attachment. And then it's like old relationships. And it's like, well, I look at my old relationships as the most wonderful, beautiful thing that ever happened. And is that the truth? No. But I don't fuck around with my mind and allow it to give me energy that I don't want to manifest. My ex cheated on me while I was in the bedroom. She was in the bathroom. I woke up, went into the bathroom to take a piss. She in there giving another nigga head, right? But I love
Yeah.
her. I love her to death. Like, she was so awesome. Like, I could talk for hours about her because I love her so much. But she cheated on me. And while I was in the goddamn house with her brother's friend, some crazy shit. I have
Dang.
the choice to say, I fucking hate her. The bitch cheated on me. Da 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 da. But man, she was so fucking funny. She was so pretty. She was so sexy. And she was like, we were like 20 and we were like sexually curious and things like that. And I'm not making excuses for her. I'm just saying, I get to choose how the fuck I feel and what do I determine as quote unquote attachment, because you're trying to get rid of something that's rooted in love that has like now withered because you don't know how to pick fruit, right? It's like if you have fruit, right? That shit is ripe. You eat that fruit when it's ripe, all good, right? But say for
Mm-hmm.
instance you don't touch it, you just look at it because it's so fucking beautiful, and it is beautiful, but you don't touch it, you don't eat it. Over time, is that shit gonna remain beautiful, or is it gonna wither and it's gonna wither and mold and get all distorted? So when it's ripe, eat, because that way you don't have to deal with it like actually molding, and that way your actual attachments don't really exist when you actually identify the root cause to your pain is that you love that person so much. And if you just hold that resonance, if they're with you or not with you, it no longer becomes an attachment, it becomes an inspiration. Every time I wake up, I think about all of the women that I love, right? I just think about them and I love them and I hold them in such regard that women that don't know me or get to know me, they pick up on it. It's like a whole vibration. Like, women love me for no fucking reason, but it's not for no reason. It's because I love the women in my life, from my mom to my grandmother to my cousins to my nieces, you name it, friends, you name it. So when it gets to a point of what are you magnetizing, it's nothing external, Jazz. It's never external. It's always how you view shit. So long-winded answer, but hopefully that got you to it made sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense though, because you got out and you chose your existence. So you know what I mean, coming from a place of solitary confinement, coming from a place of a strict restricted living, you were able to look at that restricted living. And you came out into all this chaos,
Mm-hmm.
and all she told you was you making this shit too hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
it's all in your mind. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so from that standpoint, shit, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? This
Yeah,
shit is
what is
easy.
yeah, well
So
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's easy. What are we talking about? And
you
that's
know,
it. It changed your whole perspective, change your actions, and it also changes your results.
so it's just as simple as that, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people, you know what I mean, like in those instances though, don't really they can't really come back from that though. Like a lot of times, like if it's a traumatic situation, a lot of people don't have the people around them to come back though. You know what I mean? I was fortunate enough to have strong African American men in my life though. Like when I was like
Mm-hmm.
5 years old, I just remember having like, like uncles and shit around that and similar to you and what you're doing right now,
Mm-hmm.
but just be like, man, what you doing, man? You know what I mean? Or just come and take you for a ride and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and give you a better perspective on life. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Well, they weren't perfect, right? The men weren't perfect, and you're able to see more authentic people because people were shit in my life showing the good and the bad qualities that they had. And I still have to be like, man, shit. This is my uncle. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like in the
that's
prime.
the experience. That's our experience. That's the familial experience because the reality is that every single one of us on this live, anybody that's going to listen to this podcast, anybody that watches this video has to deal with family members who are fucked up. And guess what we have to do with this knowledge? We have to love them because that is the same blood that rolls through the same blood that flows through my veins flows through their veins. And blood is a connective source, meaning that if I start to hate the blood, that which is me, I start to hate myself and I begin to disinfect my life. You really hurt yourself when you can't find the love for your family members, and the reason why you cannot find the love is because they are flawed. But everybody is fucking flawed, and it's just to a certain degree for which you might find yourself within this conversation. And I'm also say within any degree you need to find love for your blood, not the actual person, because we talking about DNA and cells and ocean type energies, like the cup in the ocean, same energy. Meaning that, if you talk negative to water, what does it do? It starts to degrade. It starts to get messed up. But when you start to talk love to water, it crystallizes, it vibrates, it's all crystally clear now. It's happy because you speaking loving words to it. So I'm with my family, it's just I love the fuck out of y'all. Oh, Uncle Ray Ray out there smoking crack. I love Uncle Ray Ray smoking crack. Oh, your Aunt Teresa down on the Hostro selling it for 15 cents by the hour. I love Aunt Teresa whole ass. You know,
Right, right.
it do not stop. The love is, unconditional. Because your family is just aspects of you. And sometimes it might be the aspects of yourself that you do not like. And because it's the aspect of you that you don't like, we are programmed to hate it. But uh you need to be programmed to love it. Therefore you love yourself, help yourself out, make your life a little easier, not making this shit hard, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just by, like I said, that the aspect that we walk in though, which is love.
Mm-hmm.
When but like you said, it all comes back to loving yourself first though, so that nothing comes out of you that's based on bullshit though. You know what I mean? It's like it's just an acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So once you start accepting you though, it's easier to accept others. You know what I mean? The like I said, the good and the bad qualities.
Depends
You
on
know?
what you trying to figure out. If you're trying to figure out how to accept yourself as a human being, there comes certain types of flaws that you're gonna have to override. You're gonna have to start lying to yourself, and you start doing affirmations. I am beautiful. I am rich. This 250 is gonna turn into $250,000 because I am rich, I am wealthy, I am whole. And the best things is I am in a healthy, happy relationship, sitting at home eating fucking pinto beans and shit, you know, cutting up hot dogs and shit because you don't know how to cook. I am in a happy relationship with a girl who cooks 5-course meals, and we're it's a 36, 22, 44. Ashe, you know, doing all of this shit, right?
Yeah.
And all you really have to do is acknowledge the fact that you are a whole being. You are not just a human, you are a spiritual entity that is all things perfect. And the reality why my channel's shadow banned, why people don't want to hear nothing that I got to say for real, is because I'm the person who is connecting human beings to their oversoul, right? Period.
Oh, right.
Okay. And once you do that, game over. You know, YouTube ain't gonna never put me on, and that's perfectly fine. But I ain't here for likes or subscribers because it's that simple, Jazz. But like you say, Lisa say, you always want to make it hard.
No, it's good now. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's shit, if the vulnerability and everything is brought to the surface. That's what me and Prime was talking about last night, being able to catch yourself at different points in life and say, oh, okay, this is what I'm missing. You know what I mean? This is what's taking place though. You know what I mean? As you look in the mirror at yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you see the reflection and you come to grips with it though. You know, you come to grips with reality and where you at and share. Just make adjustments though, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about that though, man. You know, just being able to um share that and take that to teenagers first. You know what I mean? Like I said, get through that process myself. Um and then shit, give it out. You know what I mean? Give out healing. But what does healing look like? I said that like last year, like
Mm-hmm.
constantly going through this healing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at shit. I'm like, all right, I got to start building. I got to have some days where I know what it looks like. You know what I mean? I know what tomorrow looks like. I know what you know what I mean. So that I start walking into the person that I need to be. And shit, I'm almost there. You know what I mean? Looking at myself from last year and a couple years ago to
Well,
where I'm at now and what I'm doing
quick
now.
question. So, if you say that I'm healing, you acknowledging a wound, and what's holding you back from saying that you are healed and holding that resonance? Because if I'm healing, then I can't do shit. I'm still in the hospital bed. I'm healing. My leg is up in a goddamn cast. Is hanging up, and you know, I'm healing. I'm healing. No, you are healed once you have the understanding that you have a super conscious, a super ego, a higher soul. You got guardian angels, you got ancestors, you got DNA, you have cognizance, you have audience, you have all of these particular things working in your favor. You might not have the name, you might not have the hierarchy, you might not know how it all works. However, you have awareness, which you have awareness and you have memory, right? These are things for which you can't buy. You can't buy awareness, nor can you buy memory. And once you actually start to exercise your awareness, your memory, these will equate to power, and you exercise your power. You don't get here talking about you healing every fucking day. That's what I was talking about in my last video. These niggas will come to you, knock on your door, and just automatically assume that you need healing. But I'm telling you, you don't need healing if you connect to yourself. You are healed. So try that on for size and perpetuate that, and that's gonna change your vibration. Healing will stagnate your vibration based upon, you know, it's the same as saying I'm shot. You just got a wound there and it's gonna heal, you know, but it's healing, and the verbiage could really, it could have a whole shift of vibration once you acknowledge that you are healed, you know, first and foremost.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So, man, these are steps, man. Steps to I like how the wording comes out, because it's like, just the manuscript is things that are being written, and then the hood, the manhood, you know what I mean? It's like shit, all type of hood. There's all type of hoods that I grew up in, you know what I mean? But shit, manhood is one that holds the place that I think I need to be concentrated on, and then, like I said, get to that place and then be able to give um like a lot back. You know what I mean? As like I said, as I ascend and tear the wealth and the finances that's attributed to me, um, just going to places and bring that when I say bring healing, I mean like bring programs, bring things into our communities that we can navigate towards. You know what I mean?
Is it
Navigate
easy or
towards
hard?
like
Is it easy or hard?
it's easy.
All
It's
right, I'll
easy.
just
I
check
mean,
it. I
but
was just
shit,
checking. I was just
it's
checking.
easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. It's easy as a conversation. You know what I mean? It's easy as you know what I mean. Just having shit together personally, and then being able to like I said, translate that. You know what I mean? To
Mm-hmm.
to like two or three people, if that's the only people that get it though. You
Right,
know.
right, right.
And the beginning of that, like I said, the beginning of that is being authentic and being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and in areas of life though that'll be sensitive to people though, sensitive to men to talk about, is um like you just said, like making shit easy, making shit hard, or
Right.
as vulnerability as being not committed, or whatever it is, like whatever
Yeah.
comes up, bring that out so that we can improve, so that shit can happen though. We make a shift happen after this,
Right.
after all this is over though.
Right.
So that's what
And
it's
it's
about
and
though.
it's happening now. It's happening now. It's just more of remembering, and once you remember, it becomes really easy. That's why I referenced it, because it should be. And I don't like using the word should, but I'm gonna use it for this instance. It should be an instance where you know exactly what you need to do, and every day you just wake up and hit it. Because you remember your mission, you remember why you are here, and it's like we need to begin to learn how to magnetize and move, whereas you don't have to even want or even promote your shit. You just have to just express it. It's just more of a everyday one-on-one expression. And this is kind of my work and what I do. It's not oh, you got so many people. It's really one time. Like, I'll talk to you, you know what I'm saying? Have a one-on-one conversation. That's my job, you know what I'm saying? To deal with people on a one-on-one level. And with your mission is not men in general. It generally is gonna be a little boy walking down the street. It's gonna be a teenager hitting you on your DMs. It's just more or less of energies that will reach out to you, that will resonate with you due to your magnetization. But this is coming from your focus, commitment, and honesty daily. And these are our magnetizing forces. It begins to be a point where you restore your manhood, and your manhood presents particular fruits. And just like a fruit tree being in the middle of downtown New York, nobody gonna walk past beautiful fruit. They're gonna be picking, every day. And there was a question: what are good techniques to stimulate the imagination and gain full control of your thoughts that connect you to yourself and past that ego? I think, Nate, we do it automatically, and the idea that you need techniques is the holdup, because you're imagining your whole reality right now. If you don't have that sense of cognizance to imagine that everything is an imagination, then it's going to be a real difficult battle, and you're going to try things, and some things going to work, some things not going to work. So everything is imagination, and everything control is just awareness. So this is where we have to get to as people. We just have to be aware that our imagination rules this planet, and then we start to just, watch the world act in our favor. You know, this is just really simple shit. It's kind of like where, and I'm saying this to you, Jazz, when you look at the world as everybody being everything, it gets kind of confusing. But when you only look at the world as yourself, then the people that come up to you, the relationships that you have, everything makes more sense. So when I say, when you create in your manuscript to manhood, you start with yourself, and then every man that you see posts working with yourself. And from there, you can't help a person with everything, but you can help a person with the things that you know and the things that you've actually healed within yourself and built up.
Right. That's right, man.
Jazz, you there?
No, come inside. So what's up, man? Another thing. Hey, Hood.
Yeah, I'm here.
So another thing I was looking at though, man. I was reading, like I said, I was reading this magazine this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy wrote this article, and he said that he used to tell a lot of tales when he was young,
Mm-hmm.
and so here's a couple. This is a paragraph right here. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I still love to tell a good tale, but when he tells a story now, it's to be understood and to better understand himself. It's my desire for people to walk away from any amount of time spent with me and be pretty dang clear who I am. So it's a way of holding me accountable to my character and things I value. And so, like no facades, no hiding portrayals. I want what you see to be what you get, and I want what you get to be real. So, just speaking on being authentic, though,
Mm-hmm.
being authentic, and like when you said, one of the things that's required for being authentic is to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the article I read this morning, though. Just having places to be vulnerable and understand that. Oh no, I'll be back in a minute, man. So I'm just looking at that as an example of how to move forward, though.
Yeah. Cause say for instance you authentic to your divinity, generally it's a kind of class, or it goes against everything that society and your family has presented to you thus far, because your spirit, it operates at a higher level, and everybody else, it's not that they operate on a lower level, they just operate on the past that they can remember. And generally our soul and our DNA represents a past that we cannot remember. This is our subconscious mind, so forth and so on. So when we get to a point where we're trying to um not not clash with society and honor ourself, authenticity and all of these things, it creates that people just not gonna like you. And so the thing about me is that I have to actually live my life with the fact that my authenticity, my realness is not going to be the shit that you want to hear ever. So 9 times out of 10, if I don't got nothing good to say, I don't say shit at all. When I talk to people, I'm not telling them my beliefs. I'm not telling them how I feel. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to get my point across or nothing like that. That to me is not being authentic. That to me is trying to be right. So it's just that when you authentic within yourself and you know who you are, you know when to do what you need to do, how you need to do it, and you more or less focus beyond levels for which a normal human being can't even understand how focused you are. A human being can't understand how committed you are, and this is all due to being honesty. And when you in a level of honesty where you can say anything, and 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 of course people is like, well, that's mean. Like, dang, that girl got a fat ass. And your wife don't want to hear talking about another girl's ass or no shit like that. But if I don't say it, then you want me to be inauthentic. So it's not to be see it's a thin line though. It get come across as being disrespectful when you authentic. So you then that's why you have to be kind of mindful about what you say and when you say it. And if it's no easy way to be authentic in this society. Um, I use a lot of code words. I use a lot of buzzwords. I'm fake nice to people. You know, I do a lot of shit just to maintain my sanity because to be authentic is ruffling hella feathers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the reality. So you have to figure out an outlet. You have to figure out ways. Like I wanted to be authentic so bad. So imagine me going to a goddamn barber shop talking about astrology. But this is where I'm at. These are the people I'm around. I'm getting my hair cut. They don't give a fuck about the shit that I'm talking about. So therefore I created a platform. I got online and I began to express myself in a way for which it allowed energy to magnetize to me as opposed to, you know, not knowing my audience, not knowing my crowd, and just trying to express my authenticity, you know, all over the place. You know, I'm authentic, I'm authentic, I'm authentic. Like what needs to be said, what well, however that saying go, if it needs to be said, it ain't understood, or what needs to be said is understood, or some shit. Where
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have
I
to
get that.
say, you don't have to say, I don't have to get on my live today like, hey, everybody, I tied my shoes today. I did 2 bunny ears and I put the loop because it's like my shoes are tied. So generally, when you reference authenticity, and I'm gonna finish the question, is more of an internal understanding. Because you can be authentic as hell and this person is still view you as fake. Me being an astrologer, you know how many people just think I'm just full of shit and I'm just a fake person, and that's the instant thing that come to their mind. Oh, you dealing with astrology? You know, just the word. You know, oh, you deal with astrology. I can't fuck with you. You know, so authenticity is nothing that's external. It's completely internal, and regardless of what you receive external, you have to figure it out within yourself.
That's been the whole journey. I mean, so that's been the whole concept I've been on since January of 2019. You know what I mean? Just a journey within. I would go like just I mean just start. And I had a dream where I was on a bus and I was in Chicago and
Mm-hmm.
I was rapping or somebody was rapping everything and the bus just took a right hand turn and we went down a tunnel
Mm-hmm.
and it was like all black and we ended up in another world somewhere
Mm-hmm.
and but it felt like I was on a journey, you know what I mean? And it was
Mm-hmm.
like it was constant reminder that everything that I was going through or going towards was within me though. You know what I mean? And it's been like this whole concept, this whole mindset is like it's just what I've been doing though, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this whole manuscript to manhood came about because I was dreaming and
Mm-hmm.
then it was crazy, but I was dreaming and then I woke up and I was like, man, I here's the concept, you know? And I wrote it down. I mean, I didn't write it down, but I took out my phone. I made a video so I can remember the steps I wanted to take for this, you know. And so I just got up and did it though, man. But that was all based on inside things though. You know what I mean? It was like nothing external. This was like all inside shit though, you know. And so I decided to do it. You know what I mean? Just to do it now I keep referencing that shit, this and me and everything that I'm involved in is a work in progress.
It's
But the
all a
thing
work
is,
in
though, is
progress. If you find me, the human being that's in a finite set position,
right,
the goddamn
right,
president, his time is ticking. Like, he got a whole election, every 4 years. It ain't no position in the world that's perpetually king. So, in the understanding of a king is a intangible grasping, like the ideology of a king. It don't take a nigga coronating you. Dun, 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 dun. We have our king, ladies and gentlemen. Put on his crown. And then for you to have the mentality of a king, you can wake up and have the intangible grasping of whatever idea, whether it is king or queen. And that's just a little dash of what I'll be talking about this weekend with this numerology stuff and the minor tarot, the minor arcana. But but think about it though. The mentality of a king is something that you have to grasp without nobody telling you this. Cause ain't nobody gonna come up to you, Jazz, and say, you a king and I wanna work with you and I wanna help you. And you could be sitting on the park, smoking a cigarette, scratching your ass. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna think that, you know? But say for instance, you walk through there and you feeling your chest is out just a little bit, your head is, your posture is, your outfit is something that you got tailored to your body. You know what I'm saying? To really accentuate your fucking features. You know what I'm saying? You got a facial. You got a lineup. You spent 75 on your lineup. You got your hands manicured. And you walking through the park and somebody say, hey man, you I want to help you, or you a king. Where did that come from? It came from you first. Right? All of that shit was intangible expressions and graspings that you wanted to bring down to earth. They say a king and a queen, they from God. And from God, they incarnate down as men. This is the same concept for which we was talking about earlier, where you grasp the higher self. And that's the end. And if you want to talk about other shit, we can talk about other shit, but like I said, Jazz, we always gonna get here, and we never gonna get outside of this spot. So when you want to figure out how you want people to treat you, or how you want to elevate or level up, you gonna have to grasp it within yourself first and foremost, and the world will follow you. And another thing, when you want to like have your mission, once you have that mission, then the world then you're going to be like, hey, see, you was doing this on foundation. My uncle, he a lawyer, or my cousin, he a accountant, but say for instance, it wouldn't even apply if you wasn't doing this type of work. So generally, as you begin to move forward, you'll meet your connections, and the world is going to metamorphosize or turn to your actual ambition. But the key is actually going forward to see that actual side of life. And that's just kind of what I be trying to tell people all the time.
damn, that's life, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So just wow, that's some shit, though. You know what I mean? Just to digest. You
Yeah.
know, so much so, man. It's just to me, it's just a great time, though, man. It's just a great time to just to learn and grow, though, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like because last time we had this many planets, like retrograde and everything, and everything was going on. It was June 2018, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like that was tumultuous. But now, as we look at this, it's like alignment, though. You know what I mean? Like your soul is in alignment with who you need to be and where you need to be, and it feels like what this retrograde is about to happen, though. Like feels like a divine guidance, a divine timing, with everything that's going on, though.
Yeah, and it's really it's about setting intentions and people be really disillusioned and not really clear on the fact that they can set intentions. This is the new year. A solar eclipse is the new year. So the 21st is our new year. What do we do when it's a new year? We do new moon, new year resolutions. We just do them 6 months too fucking early, right? So the idea now is to do your New Year's resolutions. Of course, man, I'm not even going to go on a long tirade, man, because it's not even fucking necessary. Write some shit down, what you're trying to manifest, and hold that resonance as you go through the solar eclipse. Start now, because Jazz will tell you better than I can tell you. The moon will be in front of the sun, and the subconscious mind will be in front of the conscious mind. So the subconscious mind is like, okay, what do we need to do? And if you haphazard with this shit, you know, you chasing your baby daddy or baby mama up and down the fucking street. And I said I wasn't going to be long winded, so I just stopped there. You get the point. You gonna have to figure out what you trying to manifest, and you can't play with this shit. You can't say afraid. You be afraid to want, you know, afraid to try to manifest because you don't think that spiritual and prosperity go together. Um, Even more so, if I was a spiritual person and I was a millionaire, I'm now a fraud and things of that nature, and I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm trying to be as prosperous as I can because I have fucking 3 small children, and my children, they've declared that they want an easy life. You know, that's the whole purpose of them incarnating as me being their father. So it's really imperative that we begin to say and that's just what I want, or that's just what I intend. That's just what's already happened. And you know, the mediums and the energies have already declared it so. So it's not even a point of wanting it anymore. It's just a point of living in that space. But then, like I said earlier, I'm still inspired to be better, and I'm still grateful for everything that I have and everything that I don't have, because you ain't supposed to have everything. So more or less, man, use this solar eclipse to program your future. And I say this now, and I'll say this in perpetual notion. If you don't program your life, then somebody else gonna program your life for you. The whole thing is you're not gonna like it, and they gonna love it. So, in as many areas and as much effort as you want, program your shit. The same way as I'm like, all right, take a shower. All right, Hood, you want me to clean under my underarms, clean my ass? You want me to clean under my toes? Hey, man, I told you to take a shower. If you want to sit and get under your fingernails and do a deep dive clean, I'm not gonna come into the bathroom like, hey, bro, you cleaning up too much. You intending too much, man. You can't intend. You said you want $1 million. What are you doing? You know you can't do that. Nah, man. If you want to get in the shower and get downright fucking microscopic with your intentions, man, it's a solar eclipse. You can. And the whole thing is what I'm saying, everything that I'm saying, people just unaware that they have that much power, and therefore they're gonna just be like, well, I'm a vote, right? Same thing, you know, but it's just whatever you want to believe in, you know. It's just really crazy. And I said I wasn't going to be long winded, so I'll be lying too. So that's things I'm working on, you know.
Yeah. I know. Shit. I be taking notes, man. You know how I be taking notes and shit though. So you know what I mean? Like,
uh-huh.
you know what I mean? It's like
mm,
shit.
mm,
Notebooks be flying off the shelf though. I got like 17 notebooks. You know what I mean? Just be
man,
flowing through 'em, like,
everywhere.
you know. So shit, man. I appreciate this though, man. I'm like, man, this has been great though, man. Help me out. Hopefully, help out a lot of people that can shit. I don't care how many people help out, long as people get it and understand that these are some steps that we can take. These are the steps I'm about to take, and then go into this energy and change all the shit that I need with practical steps. And it's
Mm-hmm.
easy. It's so easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it wouldn't. Like I said, if it wouldn't be out this far without me taking it to the next level, though. Because see, that's just what I'm based on. Based on like I said, where we at in this energy, though, man. Like I said, I mean, like I look at this retrograde,
Mm-hmm.
and like this is a creative time, though. I was just, gave some things out to my friend that's gonna help out and shit, though. I do a lot of the work, and then when I get to the point where I don't know what I'm doing, I find somebody that can help me out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no more of that um, ego pride bullshit where I'm just like, well, I'll just no. If I don't know something, I got connections that can help me get to where I need to be, and I'm just gonna I'm relying on that now, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the vulnerability right there, though, because you
The
see some shit where
vulnerability comes from where you have opportunities and you're afraid to take them because you're going to be vulnerable. You gonna have to say, if I'm gonna take these opportunities, if I'm gonna change my life for the better, I need to be okay with being vulnerable. I need to be okay with focusing. I need to be okay with committing, and I need to be okay with being honest. And from that actual perspective, it's okay to be vulnerable. And then once you vulnerable, you there to learn. And once you learn, you then implement. And once you implement, you have the results. So it's all available. Just like Sasha said, it's wealth building opportunities everywhere I go. I'm in opportunities right now where a year from now, I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire and it'll be nothing because I am a multi-millionaire now.
now,
I'm doing the damn things that I want to do. If I was or wasn't a multimillionaire, I can travel anywhere on the planet I want to go right now. I can buy my child any and everything they desire. I could buy myself. I could buy my wife. I can do anything I want to do. And I'd still decide to do readings, to stay grounded, to teach, and I could be at an island right now with my family sipping Mai Tais and saying fuck this shit at this particular point. Like, we done made so much money, me and Hancho, flipping stocks, that who like, the money shit is crazy. However, I was never here for money. I was only here for what spirit had allowed for me. But because of that, I'm able to have it and not care about it, and now, like, not be on the outside and wish that I had. Oh, I wish I had money. I wish I had an opportunity. It must be the Illuminati. It's because I'm a black man to why I'm in poverty. I'm the actual antithesis of that. I can say something completely different now. It's wild, Jazz. But we can make it hard or we can make it easy. However you want to do it, I'm down for it.
no, it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. It's easy. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So we're gonna roll with that, man. It's like shit. Just appreciate this, though, man. Like I said, I appreciate this, though, man. The platform, everything you've built. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, like the example that you set to be a provider and the father and a husband and shit, though, and the roles that you play
Mm-hmm.
is just. I mean, that's why I said the first person I wanted to contact and talk to about this was you. You know what I mean? Based on um your ability to speak to that part of my life, though, which was fatherhood,
Mm-hmm.
and you know
That's all I
to
am, bro. That's it. That's it. If we went for a child, well, I fucking be out here on some dumb shit. And that's not no fucking fact. That's not no misnomer or nothing. I'll be out here on some stupid shit. I'd be dead or in jail by this point. That was the trajectory. Even the little petty, it wasn't nothing that was gonna save me besides having a child. And once I became, I was like a child, a boy, a teenager, a man, father. Okay, now my life began. Now shit got real. So anything that I do, any reason that I'm having conversations is because I'm a father. How I interact with human beings is because I got children. And be like, oh, my daddy out here a little thought bucket or can't have that, So it's just you gotta be really respectful of women when you have children, and I don't know what the hell be going on with dudes. Like I'll be looking at my children in such awe. And the crazy thing that I think about is like, how do a father not connect with their child? And so my actual ministry and the things that I'm actually focused in on is fatherhood, from the beginning to the end, you know. 'Cause this is what actually awoken me, being a dad.
Yeah, that's why it's amazing though, man. Like I said, that was my of course, then shit after understanding the fatherhood connection that you had, and then I just started, we just what I mean, just looked at the energies and pay attention to that with the planets and shit though, and grow. So like I said, I just appreciate that base that
Mm-hmm.
you're able to connect me with though, and then being able to understand what it means to be a father, what it means to be a provider, and um how to step up in those areas though. You know what I mean? Because like
Mm-hmm.
you said that 2020 we're going to be a year we take care of our women, take care of our kids.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I started this, like I said, based on that though, based on the idea that my father was in my life for 12 years and gave me steps and gave me what I mean, a lot to do and to look forward to. Set a great example.
Mm-hmm.
And then the men of my life came along, set a great examples. And then during the time when I was looking for something, not look, yeah, I was like, I was, just inside of me, I was looking to improve, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? From a spiritual perspective, because didn't want to be stuck in the closet online, just looking at spirituality, right? So I want to see, how the spirituality look on the ground. So
Mm-hmm.
then I was able to connect with you, and then you gave me some tools through your videos about how to be a better father, how to
Mm-hmm.
be a better provider, and then I just take that shit and just build on that, So I appreciate that though, man.
Oh man, it's nothing, man. It's not even an extension of myself. It's just like breathing, man. It's just an expression of just breath and life, man. Have to we have to raise these children, and the only thing that we can do as men is build with each other, because what I hated growing up was seeing families. I hated seeing the dads. I hated that because I knew that child was getting sacred knowledge that I wasn't privy to. So as as a parent now, I don't never forget that, and I'm always available to my children, and it's just more of an extension of myself, and it's teaching me a lot on not holding grudges and actually moving past feelings of like, damn, I didn't have a father, because now I'm a father, and it's like I am what I wanted. So now it's an opportunity to heal heal those wounds and be healed from those wounds by loving my children and being there for my children, and not holding that resonance like, oh, my dad was never there. And that's some painful shit, to experience. I'm not, but at the same time, I can make it right in this moment. I don't have that hang up in this moment. In this moment, we are whole, as
Yeah,
above,
that's like
so below.
Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
That movie Shazam. I
Mm-hmm.
think one of the kids was mad. Like one of the bad guys was angry. He had
Yeah,
he had two different parts of himself though, like anger,
yeah,
greed,
cause
different things like that, right?
Yeah,
And
because
so,
his dad died in a car
right,
accident.
right, right. And so at the end, he was like, "Well, why was he so angry?" I mean, I think it's maybe it was one of the kids in the orphanage. It's like, why is he so angry? And it's like
Mm,
because whenever he sees a family together that's complete, he doesn't like that because he didn't have that growing up. You know what I mean? So it's like, so then he got to the point where in his present reality, he was able to look at his family and like, you know what? This is once again, this is a healing moment. I am healed because I'm present with the people around me that love me. So I just think that resonates though with what you said though, man.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah, and it's a spiritual thing, you know. As we connect on a spiritual level, and that's really the healing.
yep. So man, I'm about to jump up off of this, man. Take my
For
kid, go
sure,
get something to eat. I'll go get something to eat, and then
for sure.
so yeah, like I said though, man, it's been great though, man. I'm gonna
You
keep
remember
up.
what I said earlier, bro? Whenever you want to, talk or whatever, the platform is your platform. And just, everybody go subscribe to the podcast. The link is in the description. It'll also be in the comment. You gonna still be dropping content. You still gonna be interviewing different men. And if you got children, if you got sons, if you got daughters, even, it's really important for our boys to know what it is to be a man. It's important for our young ladies to know what a man should look like. And these things will not be found on the TV, nor will they be found on the CDs or social media. It'll be found in real men having real conversations and answering real questions. So, really do appreciate everybody for logging on, taking the time. Kiana, you've been awesome. Energy, you've been awesome. Sachet, Hancho, everybody go. Hancho, I'm waiting for Hancho to shoot me the link for his book, Empirical Parenting. Um, it helps you with understanding your child's moon sign. So when he gives me that link, I'll put it in the chat. Shout out to Muscle Murrows, Shout out to Muscle Murrows. I'm here, but I ain't going to stay here. we gonna have to have a whole different type of bill with Nico's one time. But yeah, maybe we can have you on here, Nikos, to talk about the movement that you got started on your IG page with the go-go artists. I think more people need to be aware of that and learn to donate to the cause. So whenever you got time, brother, and I'll also connect Nico's to you, Jazz, because I think that would be a dope interview. Because you want to talk about manhood, shit, I get all my manhood advice from Muscle Murrows. I ain't gonna
Muscle Mark.
lie.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, Nico's. That's that's a man right there. That's a man. So I'll connect y'all on Instagram. And yeah, y'all can reach out or interview 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 him next. All right.
Yeah. That's all right. That'll be the next move then.
Yeah, I'll connect y'all. But
So
thank you,
shit.
Jazz, for the opportunity. Thank you for, the questions and the overall conversation, bro. You tell the kids peace and love. Y'all enjoy dinner. I'm about to check on my family as well. Shout out to everybody that joined. Um, let's get it popping. Yeah, man. And just really appreciate you, Jazz, for all of this, man. It was friggin' awesome, dude.
I know, man. Appreciate it. I got some notes to take, man.
Indeed, man. We'll connect though.
All right, appreciate it, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.